are y'all?
Hey, I'm Heather Smith with Heather Smith Outdoors. I've got the legendary...
I'm Bob Seeley with Seeley Outdoors.
Bob Seeley with Seeley Outdoors. You may know Bob. Bob had the Redfish Cup on ESPN for so many years.
7 years.
7 years. But he's also, well, you've been a two-time Hall of Fame legend. That's what you are.
Yep.
And he's also my mentor. But you have the Big Bass Splash, which is amazing.
It's one of the largest amateur fishing tournaments in the world.
It is.
Yeah.
And they actually had a world record last year. You guys gave away, go ahead, you want to say it?
1.2 million.
1.2, but how much was first place?
305,000.
For one fish.
Not bad, huh?
How much did they give away at the Bassmaster Classic?
300,000.
Oh, so you beat them?
About $5,000
Oh, for one fish.
for one fish.
And it's
that's why our slogan is where amateurs win like the pros.
Yeah.
But guess what? We exceeded that.
And you guys have hourly payouts too.
Oh yeah, and, well that's what it's all about. Is
Yeah.
that hourly deal. We here, we pay 15 places every hour.
Mm-hmm.
Beginning with $1,500 for the biggest bass each hour, all the way down to $250 in 15th place.
Yeah.
And that's every hour, and that's 3 days. And the thing about it, people can fish 1 day, 2 or 3.
Right. They have a choice.
Yeah, it's 160, 210, or 260
Right.
for 3 days. But because we pay out so much every day, it's better to fish all 3 days if you can.
I fish them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do exact weights.
Mm-hmm.
Like at Lake Fork, that's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, we're less than 3 weeks away.
Oh my! It's September 19th.
18th, 19th, and 20th.
Oh, it is right around the corner.
Yeah.
I'll be right back from fishing up in the Wicked Tuna thing, and Nicole's going teal hunting with me.
Yep.
And then we're over to Lake Fork.
Yep. So
So-
we'll be there the 18th, 19th, and 20th. That's what we're getting ready. 516,000 is guaranteed.
You're giving away $516,000 at Lake Fork.
Dollars in
And-
cash and prize.
And Lake Fork is such a prize fish lake.
It's the premier fishing lake that Parks and Wildlife created. That's where the state record is, 1818.
Wow.
They've had 7 different state records. It's changed. This 1818 has been there a while. So that's always up for grabs. Actually, Mark Stevenson caught Ethel. She weighed over 17 pounds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was displayed at Bass Pro Shop in Springfield, Missouri, in the big tank.
Mm-hmm.
And, they compensated Mark every month for as long as she lived there. When she passed, she was the largest bass in captivity.
Uh-huh.
And she weighed over 22 pounds when she passed away.
Goodness, can you imagine catching a 22-pound bass?
Oh, I'd have a stroke.
I would have 2 strokes.
Anyway, it's, gosh, that's like setting a hook in a stone.
I know.
It don't move.
Right? And you'd be like,
Until it gets ready.
Right, yeah.
So then you hang on. No, Lake Fork it really has out of the top 100 bass in the state of Texas from all the premier lakes. 63 of them are still recorded from Lake Fork.
So you can get a personal best going to Lake Fork, you can win your hourlies, and you can also walk away with a granddaddy first place.
Yeah, the granddaddy first place is, a brand new Triton boat, fully rigged out from Lowrance Electronics, Power Pole, Navionic chip, Minn Kota trolling motor, the whole package. Over almost a $70,000 boat, plus a Ram truck.
Oh, I saw the ones you had at
Yeah.
Toledo Bend.
Yeah.
They were phenomenal.
Plus
cash.
$7,000 cash,
Yeah.
and then plus the hours. And so they walk away with over $100,000 for one fish.
Right.
Not too bad.
Not-
But second place also pays out a bass boat and a truck and cash. And then third place, another boat. And fourth and fifth is cash.
Yeah.
And up above the hourly. Then the first person to catch a 2.50 each day, that's worth $5,000.
Oh, is it 2.50 is what you're doing?
250 at Lake Fork because of the slot.
Right.
The slot there is 16 to 24.
Mm-hmm.
So anything over 16 inches or under 24 inches, that can't be weighed in.
Oh, okay.
It can touch 16 or under, and there's no minimum. It has to touch 24 or better.
Okay.
So, it's a big bass splash, but it's a little bass for cash, because I promise you, a 1.75 pound to 2.25 pound bass will make money every hour.
I can attest to that because I've done his fall shootout.
Here at Rayburn.
Well, no, you're not, Josh Bryson. You are not a complete idiot for fishing the Big Bass Splash on a kayak at Fork.
Oh no, we
No,
got
we-
people that fish in the inner tube.
Yeah, we were at the Toledo Bend. He had the Toledo Bend. If anybody watched and I covered that, you had the Toledo Big Bass Splash. Somebody
Right.
came out in an inner tube
Yes.
and fished it. Yes,
And-
they did.
And, you know, bank fishing, they can bank fish. But here's the thing: you got to weigh in. Your bass has to be alive.
Right.
So these kayak fishermen and all this, they set up a cooler,
Okay.
you know, with an aeration system.
That's what that inner tube guy had.
Yeah, and so did the guy in the inner tube.
Yeah.
And you know, so they bring him up to weigh in. He's got to be alive.
But you speak. I'm glad you touched that. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah.
But going back to Josh's question, if you were listening, and let's go into that about little bass are going to pay. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Even whenever I did the tournament last fall, I didn't come weigh in. I had like a 2.5 pound bass, and I didn't want to weigh it in that morning, and I would have won that hourly because, but
Well,
I
you would have
thought.
placed in the hourly. That's
Yeah,
for
yeah, I
sure.
would have. No, actually, I think it was like
No, you
1.9.
would have won that.
I would have won that hourly
That's
because it was
right.
like 193. I think that ended
Yeah.
up winning. I was
Yeah.
so mad. I was like, ah! But so
It's part of it.
yeah, so that would be perfect because you'll be able to get back and forth quickly, and then you get your payouts. Kevin Harvey, who I just fished, or I was the analyst on the show for the Elite Fishing League.
Right.
He's one of the top 15 redfish anglers in the world. We just filmed for Discovery. He fished one of your tournaments, and he did that hourly. Now they have Splash, Big Bass Splash power hours that you guys do if you wear a shirt.
Oh yeah, the 8 to 9 and 12 to 1 o'clock hour each day.
Yeah.
All right. If you have the official shirt that you purchased
Uh-huh.
and you weigh in and win that particular hour, instead of 1,500, you get 3,000.
And he wasn't wearing his shirt, was he?
Yeah. Here's your sign.
Yes. So
Well, he didn't purchase a shirt. That was the thing.
and he lost 1,500 on that one.
Yeah.
So
I know. Oh, we've educated a lot of people about that deal. and
Yeah.
all that. So, you know, our shirts change every year. They're neat looking shirts. and
oh
stuff.
yeah, and hats. You
So,
get the
oh
and
yeah,
hats.
you get a hat.
Yeah.
And all like this. But Wednesday and Thursday, that's the 16th and 17th of this month,
Mhm.
we will be at Lakeport Marina Motel. That's where the tournament site is. We'll be doing registration Wednesday from 2 to 6,
Okay.
and then Thursday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Thursday. And then again at 5 a.m. each morning of the tournament. You can go online, go to Sealy Outdoors. That's SEALY outdoors.com. We'll show you the entire payouts, all the rules, regulations, the guidelines that we are, you know, doing because of the COVID-19 deal. And so just, you know, here's another thing. The heaviest bass under the slot will get $5 grand.
Wow.
Today.
Okay.
Then everybody is eligible for elimination draw boat, which is about a 40 grand boat, $40,000 boat,
Right.
whether you catch a fish or not.
Yeah.
And then any drawings and stuff like this we have, that's all done within the entries, all entries. So we're eligible for a lot of different stuff. So many ways to where you can cash in and make money. You know, like I said, no pros are allowed. Anyone that's guided within 90 days of
On that lake.
port,
Yeah.
that's right, will be ineligible.
Mhm.
So it's strictly an amateur grassroots. That's the reason why our slogan is where amateurs win like the pros.
Yeah.
And you know, this is our 34th annual at Lakeport. So you know, we've changed a lot of people's lives, you know, because of them winning a tournament like this, and it's kind of neat just for amateurs.
And he has. And, you know, one of my favorite stories that you have, this is a great weekend opportunity, especially right now, to get out with your family and fish this.
Yeah.
You had 3 generations on the boat. You had a grandfather, a father, and a kid.
Yeah,
And
kid, 11 years old.
11 years old. And they usually had a little English division at the time, and the son wanted to be in the adult division.
That's right.
And the son asked Mr. Seeley if he could do it. Go ahead, you want to tell the story?
Yeah, his dad came up and asked me. He said, "Well, if he fishes the adult division, is he eligible for the prize?" And I said, "Certainly. Yeah, we just title the boat stuff in your name." He said, "Well," so Brandon came up to me.
He said all he wanted was a
He
four-wheeler.
said, "All I want is a four-wheeler." I told him, I said, "You know what, Brandon? If you win this tournament, I think I can help you." I'd be darned. If he didn't catch a bass that weighed 11.57 pounds,
11-year-old.
won the tournament. We had over 5,000 entries.
5,000 people, 11-year-old won.
Won.
Now listen what happens when...
So we do the award show on Sunday afternoon, So it came time to present the overall top 5. We started at 5th place, got up to 1st place, so we introduced Brandon to come up on stage. We had about 15,000 spectators watching this whole deal live. So, yeah. Oh, I'll tell you about that.
Trump 2020, yeah.
Anyway, so I told Brandon, his whole family is sitting in the front row, right in front of our stage. So the first thing I did, I told Brandon, I said, there's 3 parts to what you've won. So I gave him a check to start with for $30,000. Oh, guess what? Mom is smiling then.
Right, Mom was in tears, actually, yeah.
Now I'm standing, and Brandon and I are standing in a brand new 21-foot Triton boat, loaded out, everything on it. And I gave him the keys to his boat. Oh, his dad was smiling.
Yeah.
And then I said, hey, Brandon, I got your four-wheeler. Oh, his eyes got that big around.
Yeah.
But I said, Brandon, it's a little different four-wheeler than what you were expecting. I said, matter of fact, it'll be the biggest four-wheeler that 11-year-old kid has probably ever owned in history. I gave him the keys to an H2 Hummer.
Yeah.
And his dad passed out.
His dad passed out
Totally.
right there.
So, it was, oh gosh. And, you know, Brandon, well, you know, that happened, oh gosh, what is that, 11 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
He's in college. He made it to college on a bass fishing scholarship.
Oh, that's so
through the
awesome.
high school deal.
Yeah.
And such a good family, good kid. And that's what we're all about. We're very family oriented.
Mm-hmm.
You know, unfortunately, the COVID-19 is now allowing us to do the little English division of the event.
Right.
So, but next year, hopefully things will get back to normal.
But this is a great opportunity and a great message that you don't have to be in the little English division. Look, an 11-year-old won all of that, just doing that with his family. And, you know, Granddad and Dad was there to witness this opportunity.
3 generations, you know, that is so neat. And, you know, the outdoors, you know, that's healthy. You know, when this COVID-19, I think I told you the story. When the COVID-19 hit, my wife and my daughter, Nicole, told me I had to stay at home.
Okay, yeah.
Guess what? I'm not looking at 4 walls every day.
Yeah.
That ain't happening. So I told them, I said, don't worry, I'm going to look at 4 doors in my truck. But people will come up and talk to you. I said, I roll my window up and tell them to speak louder. Anyway.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah. By that time, a doctor friend of mine that fishes our events in Alabama called me.
He was at Toledo Bend, wasn't he? Yeah,
That's
he was
right.
at Toledo Bend when I was there. Yeah.
He'll be at 4.
Yeah.
Anyway, he said, you all right? I said, yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm just, you know, my wife didn't want to confine me at home, and I ain't going to happen. He said, I'm going to send you a prescription, and I'm going to copy them. I said, good. So he did. He sent me a prescription, and it said, to avoid COVID-19, get in your bass boat and get your butt on the lake and stay.
Yeah.
You can't catch the virus on the lake.
Right.
Guess what? I fished, I don't know how many days.
I was out there fishing too.
Yeah.
We fished, as a matter of
That's
fact,
right.
too. We fished together, but
So,
I was
anyway.
sending him, I was like, look, I was using a Cinco. I'm over here at the Blue Block. I'm in Buck Bay. I just knocked down a couple.
Anyway.
But anyway, and the Ribbit Frog was on.
Okay,
Right.
so mark your calendars, please. September the 18th, 19th, and 20th. That is coming up in less than 3 weeks at Lake Fork. Now,
Oh,
in addition to that,
then,
the Granddaddy of them all. We have a fall shootout in October as well. We replaced the fall shootout with our major Granddaddy of them all of April, and we moved it up. I hope you can see this. Do you see that guarantee? $600,000. October the 9th, 10th, 11th. When you go to our website, you can see the details and things like that.
www.seelyoutdoors.com.
Yeah.
Now, this year, are you going to have entertainment this year or because of
No,
COVID?
we only do the live entertainment every 5 years when we do an anniversary.
Yeah.
But 600,000 is no.
Oh, that's nothing to shake a stick at.
No.
Yeah.
So that's all guaranteed. And we're going to do that, and I'm looking forward to it.
And I love it. I love it whenever he has your tournaments here because so many people come in from all over. Last year there was a red fisherman that actually won it.
He actually did. He didn't bass fish.
Yeah.
But he picked up the flyer,
Yeah.
and he saw where it said 1.2 million,
Yeah.
and the possibility of winning over 300,000.
And what did he say?
Oh gosh, what did he say? Oh, who could not afford
That's
not
right.
to fish it?
Correct.
So, and he won it. Caught a bass that weighed 10.6.
Set a world record, $305,000, went home a happy man. And then the fish was released
Oh yeah.
and lives in a better thing. I mean, we were out at Toledo Bend. You know what? this is what I was wondering earlier. I didn't want to interrupt you.
That's all right.
But, no. So, you're going to be over at Fork. As you know, Fork's got these prize fish, right? So,
Right.
what we've seen so far with this year and this crazy weather and everything going on, you know, and Rayburn, I mean, not Rayburn, but Toledo, we didn't expect, is it Brendan, to pull out, was it the 12-4-7?
12:41.
12:41, yeah.
In the middle of July.
Yes, and so if they're yielding that right there, I'm really anxious to see the weights that come out of Lake Fork.
Well, you know, Bass Champs had mega bass 3 weeks ago, I think, 3 or 4 weeks ago. Anyway, they one day did. They had 22 overs
Oh, wow.
in that one day.
Wow.
You know, and that's, you know, they did hourly, and that's what mega bass is about. But they that's unusual to see that many overs. Now, we hope to get a little cool front between now and the time that we're there. So if that water temperature cools down some, oh God, there's not much telling what you're going to see. You could catch a bass of a lifetime.
I was having dinner the other night with Larry Dean.
Yeah.
He's a guitarist that came in for Pantera after Dimebag was assassinated, and he also plays in other bands, but he fishes a lot of your tournaments. He lives up here, and he was talking about Fork, and he was saying that he'd went and they caught like 22, or no, I'm sorry, that's not even true, 200. He said, Heather, seriously, 200, because I was going to go and fish over there with him, but I ended up having to go somewhere. I don't know what city I was in, but
well, you know, the numbers are there, and I've talked to a lot of the guys. I'm on Texas State Network every weekend.
Brian Hughes' stuff, right?
Brian Hughes' show, and the guys come on in and they tell them what's going on at Fork and stuff like that. So, you know, just if you've never been to Lake Fork, you can hire a guy prior to the tournament.
Yeah, you just can't be the guy.
And the thing about it is, if you do that, don't go fish. You don't want to catch a big bass the day before. Oh,
he hates when I do this. He hates when I do
that. But anyway, you know, even if you just hire them for a couple hours and take you to an area and say, this is what I would do in this area. This is a good area. Concentrate in this and use this kind
and
of bait.
video game fish. Mark your spots, things like that. I mean, or even go a few days before, not the day before, because their jaw's going to be sore. Hey, Carrie says hi.
Hey, Carrie.
Yeah,
How are you?
So,
anyway, there's going to be a lot of stuff that's going on, and of course, Rayburn again in October. We know we're going to have cooler weather.
Oh yeah.
That is going to be an awesome tournament.
I love fishing the October tournament.
Yeah, the
because
fall
it's nice.
tournament.
The
You know,
fall
the thing about it, most of the time in October, the reason why we did it the second weekend, because the first weekend was open on both seasons. But generally the weather is too hot.
Right.
You know. So we're going to give them a week to get it out of the system.
Right.
And fight the mosquitoes and do whatever they're going to do.
Yeah.
And then come here and cash in, hopefully their share of 600,000, and then we'll all be at the deer lease after that.
That's right. We might be buying one.
Yeah,
Yeah, we may be buying one.
yeah, they could.
Yeah. So, and
Anyway.
because then also October also brings a really good topwater bite here too.
Oh
so.
gosh, yeah, whopper blocker.
Yes, and then you get some good action.
Oh.
Now let's go back to Fork, okay? Because people that if you haven't fished Fork or you don't know, Fork is immediately
It's north of Tyler, Texas.
yeah, it's northern, but it looks just like Rayburn. It's just a smaller version.
It's laid out identical to Rayburn.
Yeah.
Except it's a smaller version.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's just a little shrunken mini version of Rayburn. So that will help some individuals that are a little bit concerned about not knowing the lake when you go over there. If you know Rayburn, you're going to have some options there because it mirrors Rayburn 100%.
Hey, can I give them some tips?
Absolutely. That's
Oh.
what I'd love to get. What do you recommend for a lure?
Remember this, Birch Creek, B-I-R-C-H, Birch Creek, and Caney Creek.
Caney Creek.
Oh, yeah.
Birch Creek
Those
and
are
Caney
two.
Creek. Now you heard it from the man himself. And let me tell you, do you think it's going to be a Cinco time?
Oh, possibility, yeah.
Absolutely.
But I think early morning, the frog bite, topwater's going to work.
Twitch or ribbit?
What?
The twitch or the ribbit?
Whatever you prefer.
I can't
Yeah,
even
it's
do
not
it. So, all right.
Hey, yeah.
Now this is awesome. We both live in Rayburn Country, which is up here, and it's where the country club is. Now Rayburn Country has partnered with Bob Seeley with Seeley Outdoors this year, and they're offering specials and exclusive rates for anybody entered in the Big Blast.
At their hotel.
At their
So
hotel.
They've got it all renovated and all. They're boater friendly, got a lot of boat parking with electrical hookups, swimming pool, live entertainment. There's a free gift pack for all reservations people that stay there. And then there's going to be a raffle, no purchase necessary, for a big Yeti cooler that they're going to give away. Live entertainment. And wait till you see the new concept of Raven Country Resort.
And they've got boat parking with electrical hookups too.
Oh, yeah. And they're expanding that as we speak right now.
I wonder if I want to get a room just for this when I get into it, just so I can be eligible to win.
Well, AC work.
Right? We got power this week,
We
so
got
we're
power
doing
this
we're
week.
doing good. So
Hey.
you check it out, Lake Fork, $516,000 is for prizes, and your hourlies are just awesome. They pay for it. Let me tell you, do his tournaments. You do your say what it is for the 1 day, 2 day, and 3 day entry fees.
It's $160 for 1 day, $210 for 2 days, or $260 for 3 days.
Yeah.
So-
You can't go wrong with that. And you just win 1 hourly, pays for that, all your lodging, everything,
Oh,
more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you take a lot more home than that.
Hey, just go to our website, Sealy Outdoors, SEALY Outdoors.com, or you can call us toll free at 888-698-2591. 888-698-2591.
Yes. And you get out there and let's get out to the Big Bass Splash where the amateurs win like pros. Kayaks are welcome, inner tubes are welcome.
Bank fishing.
Bank fishing, you can, as long as your fish is alive, you're eligible to be up for that big prize and go home and make your wife a happy
I'm
lady.
Bob Sealy with Sealy Outdoors. That's Heather Smith, and she's with Heather Smith Outdoors.
Bye guys. Thank you.